Parents, when did you realize you raised a golden child? My 6-year-old daughter's cancer tumor was growing, so my 8-year-old son promised her he'd cure her. She was in the hospital waiting for surgery, and my son sat right next to her the entire time, holding her hand and even put on a puppet show. He kept reassuring her that he was going to learn to be a doctor, so that she could go back to school and play Roblox with him. My husband and I became teary-eyed because there was a very high chance that my daughter wouldn't be able to recover. We tried telling our son that it takes years and years to become a doctor, but he didn't let that stop him. When the doctor came to make sure my daughter was prepped for surgery, my son asked questions like, "Does she have enough fluids?" and "Did you get rid of all the bacteria?" The doctor found this absolutely adorable and called him her assistant doctor. She even left the room and came back to give him a mask and a small blue scrub shirt. She offered him gloves to wear, but he immediately shook his head no and told her that was bad. He said the gloves could carry germs and he would wash his hands for surgery. Even the doctor was impressed by his knowledge and applauded him. My daughter clapped good job for him and wanted to give him a kiss on the cheek, but he said no because of the germs and that she could give him one after he gave him surgery. When it was time for surgery, my husband and I expected that our son would want to leave since it would take a couple of hours. Instead, he sat right down on the sofa and said he started using his iPad and said he was going to learn how to take care of her for when she came back. My daughter's surgery took 13 hours, during which our son held our hand and reassured us that everything would be okay. He was the first one to pipe up and run to the surgeon when he came out, and when the surgeon told us the surgery was a success, he started asking questions about whether or not she is elevated and in recovery. My husband and I were crying happy tears. Our daughter was alive, and the hospital staff were also impressed with my son's knowledge and determination that they put a picture of him on the Doctors of the Month board. And yes, my daughter recovered, and my son is now in medical school.